Young America Films presents buying food. Do we really need to teach people this? Okay. Focus. Focus. Okay. Centron. Centron demands you buy food.
The American housewife.
Yeah.
Who has a more important, a more responsible occupation? Wife, mother, laundress, counselor, maid, chef,
Doctor, president, governor of California, master of the Zord Zone.
If her income is limited, and most incomes are, it is her duty to be sure that what she has to spend buys the most in healthful, nutritious food for her family.
I miss the period of time where everybody could just wear coats like that.
But just what does this mean? What can she do to be sure her money goes as far as possible?
No, don't think pickled
One of
pig's
the
ears are
first things
good.
she can do is just what this young lady is doing. Shopping from a grocery list.
Astounding!
Using the list tends to eliminate so-called impulse buying.
A flasher.
Which is a great waster of housewives' funds. What is impulse buying?
What is impulse buying?
Let's take a look at Henry Slinkman.
Henry
Guilty
Slinkman,
of it.
impulse
Henry's
buyer.
going to pick up something for dinner. His wife didn't tell him what to get. Anything that looks good, she said. Henry's been working hard all day, and he's hungry. What's more, he's
a
hungry
hungry
for
man.
something different.
The man's
He's tired
hungry.
of the same old things all the time. That's it. That's what he's hungry for, oysters.
Really?
So Henry takes not one, not two, but 3 pints of oysters. The way he feels right now, he could eat all of them by himself.
That's an incredibly stupid decision, Henry.
Henry and his wife don't often eat cake. Neither
just
of them
buy
care
a
much for it.
cake.
But tonight, Henry's really hungry, and this cake certainly looks wonderful.
The square cake, yes. As opposed to the round one, I'll have the box cake. Perfect.
Henry knows he ought to have some vegetables, good diet, and all that, you know.
So,
What's this? Henry's never seen anything like this before.
Like a coconut?
Looks good, so he'll take 2.
Ah, yes. Coconuts and oysters. Perfect combination.
Yes, Henry is guilty of impulse buying. But how is impulse buying?
I can
wasteful?
hear that cash register even though it's not making
When
any
Henry
sounds.
finished dinner that evening, he was sure he wouldn't be able to eat another oyster for a long, long time.
These oysters really suck. No, I don't like them.
And almost 2 of the 3 pints that Henry bought will have to be thrown away.
Are those oysters? What is that? Oh.
Neither Henry nor his wife cared for the new vegetable.
What
Most
was
of
the
he
new
bought
vegetable?
Will go to waste.
You never said what it was.
Henry and his wife tired of the cake long before it was eaten.
Oh, this is just a sponge. I'll just throw that out.
Henry found
Should
out
have
about
known better than
impulse
to buy
buying
just
the hard
only
way.
oysters and a vegetable. Come on, you don't even know what that vegetable is.
The housewife may buy quantities which are not economical for her family. Here are 2 different size cans of the same
Pork
product.
and beans. Pork
The small
and
can
beans.
contains
Pork and
60 ounces
beans.
and costs 12 cents, or 75 hundredths of a cent per ounce. The large can contains 31 ounces and costs only 22 cents, which is 71 hundredths of a cent per ounce.
So get a lot of pork and
Which
beans.
shall she buy?
Oh
The
Lord,
answer
with that many
depends
kids, you're gonna
entirely
need that
upon
many
the
pork and
situation.
beans.
If the food requirements of the family are great enough, the large can is the better buy.
Quit taking
because
all of the
it
presents.
will be used.
I told her about that. I
None
said it
will be
was
left
stupid,
over.
but she does it anyway. Okay, we'll just get some of this. Don't even really know what it is, but
But if the family is small, the small can may be the better buy, since part of the
yes,
large
we'll
can
have
would
just
probably
coffee
have been
and
wasted.
squares of cake.
The right answer depends upon the requirements of the purchaser.
Don't buy a lot of something if you don't need a lot of it. Good advice.
Sometimes substantial savings can be affected by buying in case lots.
Just this one hand. There we go.
But this presents a storage problem that some people may not be able to solve.
Can you open the door? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, we'll
It's
just cut to this
wise
kid
to
then.
be sure the food is well liked by everyone
I don't like
before
that.
you buy too much of it.
Why'd you put jelly in the sauerkraut? Okay.
Obviously, highly perishable foods are not suitable for quantity buying because they spoil too quickly.
About 37
When
cabbages. I
buying
thought we'd eat
canned
them all in
goods,
one day.
Be sure to read the label. The information on the label
Dark,
is
sweet
much more
cherries.
reliable than the
Oh,
flowery
yeah.
language of advertisements. Some labels are of the descriptive type that you see here, giving the buyer some description of what is to be found in the can.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Other labels
That's a
carry
small
a
hole.
letter grade, which indicates the characteristics of the contents. The meanings of the letters vary with the type of food. Usually, the grade A indicates a fancier product.
Fancy.
For example, these grade A tomatoes are larger, more colorful, and less broken
More
than the
colorful.
grade
We'll
C,
show them in
although
gray.
both grades are probably equally nutritious and healthful. These are canned string beans.
Okay.
Which is grade A and which is grade C?
I don't think it matters.
Here, the smaller beans are grade A because they are more tender and taste better.
I mean, they're both edible, aren't they?
Here are grade A and grade C peaches. Can you tell the difference?
I thought they were eggs, I'm going to be honest with you. Ah,
Not only
dissolve
appearance,
in.
but taste and degree of ripeness determine the grades of these peaches. The size is of small importance.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
The thing to remember is to read the label.
Yeah.
Know what you are buying before you buy.
Actually read what's written on the thing. Good advice.
Did you ever stop to think how many ways you could buy one kind of food? Dried,
Can you count the
Canned?
ways that you can buy food?
frozen, or fresh? It will pay you to analyze the situation and decide which is most economical for you.
Analyze every single thing you buy all the time.
Usually, if it's the season when the fruit or vegetable is ripe, it will be most economical to buy it fresh.
Look at these apples. Look at them.
This box of strawberries will cost about half as much in summer when berries are plentiful,
I guess that's what summer was supposed to be
as
there.
it will in winter.
Oh,
The
okay.
season of the year has a tremendous influence on the price of most fruits and vegetables.
Obviously.
The reason
Look out for the
this
train. Look
great
out for the
difference in
train!
price is the cost of transporting the food from a warm climate where it can be grown in winter to the market, which may be several hundred miles distant.
That truck is just pure nostalgia for me.
Different kinds of fruits and vegetables are in season.
I still don't know what those are.
Times throughout the year. It will be more economical for you to serve the ones that happen to be in season at any particular time.
Okay. Why are we slideshowing all this? This is... oh.
You may find that you can save money by doing your own preservation of foods.
I bought
Home
500
canned foods
peaches,
will
and I'll
usually
can them
cost
all.
less than commercially canned. And if the housewife's time is not too highly valued, this can be a saving.
If you're bored and have
Frozen
nothing
foods
better
are
to
the
do,
nearest thing to
housewife,
fresh
can
foods
peaches.
available. They are
What?
convenient, easily prepared, and palatable, but they are usually priced higher than other types. This price is partially offset by the fact that there is
Whoa,
no
whoa, whoa.
waste.
She was going into another dimension there for a second.
There are various meats available to the housewife,
Can I get
ranging from the most
steak?
tender, most
Stew-
expensive
oh,
cut
steak. Okay.
to the equally nutritious but less
You just
tender
shove the,
portions of
you
the
know,
animal,
just shove the
which
label
are
right down in the
sometimes
ground beef.
ground
That'll
or
be fine.
chopped. At this point, the cooking ability of the housewife becomes highly important.
Cooking ability.
It doesn't take much skill to make an excellent meal from an expensive T-bone steak.
Is that what that's supposed to
But the
be?
sign of an accomplished cook is an attractive and tasty dish made from less expensive meat. Hamburger,
Hamburger.
frankfurters,
Just hot dogs on a plate. There you go.
even a well-prepared, well-seasoned stew is a dish a housewife can be proud to set before her family.
Yes, housewife. Be proud of
The
your
nutritive value
stew.
of meats varies little with price. The
Why is it so
desirability
dark
and
in
small
here?
proportion of the tender cuts
Are we supposed to be
causes
in here
them
right
to be
now?
Priced higher. Milk is an important part of every good diet, but your attempt
might
to
say it does a
economize
body
on it
good.
may have disastrous results. Use the best grade of milk available to you.
Otherwise, you'll get
Disease
the
may
horrible
be
diarrhea.
contracted through drinking unsanitary raw milk. Now let's review the important rules for buying wisely.
Obsess over buying
Shop from
things.
a grocery list to avoid impulse
Always
buying.
double check. Never impulse. Never impulse.
Decide upon the most economical quantity for your family.
One of these weighs more.
Check in your local market as to which form of food is the most economical for you.
Which food is most economical?
Purchase fruits and vegetables in season whenever possible.
Okay. That's sure.
Do your own food preservation when feasible.
Yeah, do your own. Go on, do it.
Exercise your skill and ingenuity
Skinless
in preparing
wieners.
tasty and
Oh
healthful dishes from
my.
less expensive meats. You'll find that keeping these things in mind will help you to buy wisely and stay within
That is a
your
hell of a
food
top.
budget.
The end. Crying Eagle Productions thanks you for watching. Now buy your own damn food.